First of all, it's my second consecutive FTTH Council. Great to be here in London. Was invited or was informed last minute yesterday night to take a plane, come over here, but great to be here. First of all, I think I can, and Camilla said that in her speech as well, and Francesco as well, I think it's really important to really see that the underpinning element of every digital service in the future will be digital infrastructure in that sense, right? Regardless of what we are seeing as the future service, is it artificial intelligence, is it cloud services, is it data centers? I think it's us as the infrastructure players who are having a specifically responsible role here. And to be honest, I would say so far we have been critical infrastructure. Now we're going to be super critical infrastructure for the future in that sense. And when I hear the Commission saying there needs to be preparedness plans, I cannot agree more in that sense, to be honest. I think the urgency and the importance is clear to the industry. So that's the first element. Second element, maybe also to show what Vodafone is bringing to the table. I mean, we are regarded as the largest European and African player. So we are having some 300 million customers in fiber and in mobile, in Europe and in Africa altogether. Quite significant, all right. Second, we have got 20 million customers globally on broadband infrastructure, and we do have some 40 partnerships in all jurisdictions all over the world. So we consider ourselves to be one of the players that are influential, but we are very pragmatic, and this is what I want to underpin. We don't see infrastructure as ideologically. It's not ideology. It's pragmatism for us in that sense, and we kind of have a bit of a unique approach because we're having all infrastructures on fiber. So we are directly investing in Greece and Portugal. We are having JVs in Germany, 7 billion of investment with our partner Altice there. We are having co-users, that's great. But we are also access seeker. And frankly, on access seeking, we could do more, especially in Germany. It's complex, but here is an element of our strategy, the third pillar, where I think we could do more. And everyone is aware, I think, in this audience saying, Vodafone is also having HFC networks, which we are step-by-step fiberizing in that sense, and build a real fiber experience on it. So we're having 4 elements and a very pragmatic approach, but we are so far, I have to say, we could even do more. And I think this was the sense also from the speech from Camilla. Yes, we know we have to do more. Keyword, doing more. We see tendencies in Europe that if we want to connect 99% of all the households, we still have an investment gap of, let's say, roughly 100 billion, right? And on the other hand, fiber players are already telling us, hold on a second, Michael, we are pressured to invest less from capital markets, from macroeconomic trends. We can't afford it anymore. Secondly, we do see that there is monopolistic tendencies, like also mentioned by Camilla, saying there is regional monopolies gaining ground, there is the incumbents gaining some more market shares, especially in Germany, where I've got 70% market share already with one significant market player. So it's not easy, right? And I think we are now at a crucial crossroads. We now have to really make our policymakers have to decide. Either we go left, then it's towards more monopolies, less customer choice, less competition, or we go right. On the right-hand side would be more competition, more sovereignty, less dependency. I think Enrico Letta was very clear saying there is no happiness in any dependency in that sense. I think that's very true. So we are on the crossroads. And when it comes to Vodafone, we've got a very clear view. We've got maybe 4 or 5 recommendations to the commissions and to everyone in the audience, basically saying first is please do re-regulation instead of mere deregulation. And I think this has landed with the Commission, to be honest, when I understand Camilla correctly. So re-regulation instead of pure simple deregulation. Second, I think we need to address I call it the whole buy fatigue, of SMP players. It can not stand, and it is not vital for any business plan if certain players are refusing to access bitstream, right? And to demand from fiber players bitstream. I think this has to be remedied, and to be clear, I see tendencies that regulators are doing that. For example, also in Germany, where there is already a proposal on the table, say, we're going to implement dark fiber regulation for a business customer unless something is changing in the market. So I think that's the second element. Third element, and I boil it down to three, it had been said, I mean, come on, copper switch off, DSL switch off needs to happen now. It needs to happen now, and latest 2035. And to be honest, I'm happy to have listened to the last speech, because it was said there will be a kind of toolbox or best practice examples on how to do this copper switch off. I think that's crucial for Europe. That's crucial for us as fiber players. And to be clear, if we are wisely choosing from those elements, right, and not making mistakes when it comes to CSA and rip and replace issues, then I think we're going to have a bright future. And then I'm totally sure that Europe is going to have a bright digital future. And Vodafone is definitely going to contribute to that. Let's make Europe even greater in that sense.